Hi, everybody. For today's magic lesson, we are doing floating candle magic. Floating candle magic. Floating candles, you've seen them. You can get them anywhere from drugstores to craft stores to magic stores. Floating candles. Sometimes they're little like this, they're bigger size. Sometimes they're the shape of hearts. Sometimes they're the shape of roses. And what they are really good for is releasing and letting go. Cord cutting. There's so much we hold on to that we don't want to hold on to. Ex loves, bad thoughts, pain, everything. And it's hard to let go of sometimes. This is the easiest cord cutting spell and magic that I know. So get yourself any kind of I buy them at stores like Michael's where you can buy a whole little cloth bag and there's like 10 or 12 in it, inexpensive. So buy yourself some floating candles. I don't know how they're different than regular candles except that they float. Yes, itty bitty tea lights actually kind of do float, but you can hardly ride on them. They're very small. So go wild if you can, get yourself a floating candle. So think of what you want to let go of. A relationship gone bad, trauma from your childhood, a bad job, fear, anger, resentment, illness, anything that you're just going, this is part of my thought process or my being or my energy field. I don't want it anymore. I don't need it anymore. So think of all the stuff that you want. I sometimes will get paper and I'll draw and I'll make sigils and all sorts of things. But the basics of it is everything that you want to get rid of. And you could put people's names on it. I don't do bad magic. You know that. So if you write Bob on here, you're not doing anything bad to Bob. You are cutting your cords to Bob. It won't even change your relationship with Bob. What it'll do is cut all your negative cords. So on your little candle, I want you to carve whatever it is you want to release and let go of. Again, people's names, attributes like illness, sadness, fear, guilt, unworthiness, Bob, whatever it is. Carve it with anything, a little toothpick, an ice pick. Actually, ballpoint pins, plain old inexpensive ballpoint pins work really great. It waxes up, it messes up the point, but they work really well. And a cheap little ballpoint pen. So with passion, remember all our spell working, you don't just write, oh, I'll be right, Bob. I'm letting go of my fear of Bob, my hate of Bob, my love of Bob, whatever it is. You to them. So carve it with passion. I always set up a nice sacred space. I might light another candle. I might light some incense or not, but just set up your space that I am doing ritual sacred spell working. So carve what you want in the candle and then get a bowl out of the kitchen or the cupboard. I like to get sometimes the prettiest bowl I have because it's pretty to release things you don't want and need. But get it, it could be your cereal bowl. Get a bowl out of, fill it up with water. Remember, what is the water element? Emotion. What are all the cords that we have attached by? Emotion, memories and emotion, cords, cords, cords. So get your bowl, fill it up with water, plain old tap water out of the sink. Create the spell. Think of everything you're letting go with it. You've already carved it. Light that candle, put it on that bowl of water, and watch those cords cut as it floats beautifully around that little bowl of water. You will actually feel it. When the candle dies, goes down, burns out, you toss it or properly dispose of it. Throw out the water. That's not sacred ground. But you will feel the emotional ties cut because all those cords we talk about are emotion. So, best, easiest, cheapest, funnest way to get rid of stuff is go get yourself some floating candles. Magic is everywhere. You just have to float it sometimes.